localized orifice. Get it, baby. But yeah, but that was when I sent my friend the title of the record that I was thinking of, which is Mass Seduction. He was like, ass education? Like, that's what he thought it said. I was like, gold. Gold, that's perfect. So, and you know what? I might have been in Germany even. I don't remember. No, because Germany was fun. I was someplace else that wasn't that fun. But there's a really sweet guy who got ass education tattooed on himself. It was just like it's a very like, recently I saw this really great art exhibit where a girl had like made large-scale tapestries of memes. And it just reminded me of that, like it was super meta, you know? It's like, whoa. Where was the tattoo? I believe that it was on his, like the back of his, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, yes, I think it was there. Or it could have been like here. It was...
Same.
Yeah, same, like, it was the arm equivalent of the leg. Chew on that. Chew on that, y'all. What's up?
First, I just want to say that you're like one of my biggest inspirations musically and on guitar as well. Something I noticed, you've gone through a lot of lineup changes throughout your history. What made you decide to go at it in a much more solo perspective this time?
Okay, so the solo vibe, that's really just for this particular tour. I'm touring with a band like this is this third from the last show of this like
Cycle?
Odyssey theater piece, or whatever the fuck we're calling it. But I just, it was a big challenge. It was like, can you be entertaining for an hour and a half? And turns out the answer is no. So, sorry guys. Spoiler, no. But it was like part challenge and part like, I wanted to kind of trace a history and like trace a kind of chronology of because I have put out a lot of music in a relatively short amount of time, and it just wasn't necessarily about people playing music together. It's more like multimedia, extravaganza, narrative, theater, bonks. So, but there will be a band.
Whatever works.
So many great collaborations with people.
Thank you.
Anyone that you have on your wish list that you haven't reached out to?
Who do I want to collaborate with? There's a visual artist named Mike Kelly. You know Mike Kelly's work? He's great. As far as musicians, Well, okay, so a while ago, probably a year ago or so, I worked with this guy, Soundwave, who's a wonderful guy and does a lot of work with Kendrick Lamar and is in that Top Dog Entertainment Fortress. And man, they're killing it, by the by. Like, they do everything really well. But anyway, this guy, Soundwave, we like wrote some stuff together and he was like, hey, can you just like play some guitar? I'm working on tracks for the new Kendrick record. I'm like, doy. So I played a lot of stuff, and none of it ended up on the record. But I would love it if it did sometime. That would be a dream. And I got really excited when I heard Humble, because that was the first track off the Kendrick record. I was like, I think that's my guitar, and I texted him, and he's like, no, sorry, that was that was like the in-house engineer at a studio who like hit it. I was like, God damn it, one claim to fame, ruined. What's up?
What's it like traveling with your aunt and uncle?
What's it like traveling with Tuck and Patty, my aunt and uncle? It's wonderful. It is hilarious. So like I'm pretty regimented on the road just because it's a lot. You gotta like stay healthy or stay in shape and all that stuff. And so I kind of like go to bed pretty soon after a show. Like I don't mean to like dispel any sexy idea that anyone has, that I'm just like, sorry, I'm in an orgy, I can't take your call till 4 a.m. But like, I'm in bed listening to Terry Gross. So, but I was on the bus and we were driving from somewhere to somewhere else, and I got up to pee, and I go to the front lounge, and Tuck and Patty and Victor, my guitar tech, 5 in the morning, are like partying it up. And I was like, and I walked in, I was like, my instant reaction was scolding somehow. I'd be a great parent. It's like, what, you guys? And they got this sort of like sheepish, like they've been caught doing something bad. So, yeah, so it's really fun, and they have more fun than I do. That's the long and the short of it. Is they're like night owls, little champagne, just like having a laugh, telling stories, and I'm dead to the world by 11:30. So, but it's great. What's up?
How do you stay sane on the road?
How do I stay sane?
On the road.
What? How do I stay sane on the road? This time I bit the bullet, and I was like, you know, the way to stay sane is to like exercise. And if I don't have someone, if I'm not like paying someone to make me do that, I'm not gonna do it. So I have a Pilates instructor on board.
Sweet.
So, also because I'm in a goddamn bunny suit and this ass is not gonna fucking tone itself. So, yeah, that's why. But that's really helpful. Also, my little brother is my assistant, and so it's nice to have family around. It's really sweet.
So we really love Bob's Burgers. Oh, he's out.
Bob's Burgers?
Yeah, and we know you did the song for the Bad Tina.
I did. I was Bad Tina.
Oh my God.
Was that the question?
No.
Oh, okay.
I like a comment.
Yeah.
I guess 2 questions. Would you do another song with them? And do you like Bob's Burgers? No. What's your favorite episode?
Okay, great question. Great question. I think my favorite episode is when the cartoons are interacting with one another in sort of a way, and there's the hijink, there's the problem that they have to overcome, and then they do it by the end of the episode. That's probably my favorite episode. Is that yours?
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh, so good.
I watch it every night.
I love them solving problems together as cartoons. I've never seen it. What's up?
I know that you have a formal music education.
Not really.
Do you feel like you use that, or in particular, do you ever like when you write? Do you write in music notation at all?
No. He asked if I wrote in music notation. I can't read music, so no. And,
It wouldn't make sense to write it if you couldn't read it, right?
well, I know. Yeah. I mean, I can in MIDI. I'm golden. Give me MIDI any day. But you know what? I sort of have a formal education in that I went to college, and theoretically, I don't, but should have with just a few more credits of BA in music. Or actually, it's called a BM.
You would
I
think
should,
that reading
I should have a
music-
BM.
Reading music would kind of be a requirement to.
Yeah. I have this bit with my tour manager now, where whenever we walk into to do like radio or whatever, where I make him ask me if I need to go potty, like right with, like in front of people who don't know that it's a joke. It's good. It's really good. Do you need to go potty? Yes, there are certain things that I learned at music school that I found helpful, and like sometimes, and there's a certain level of like very esoteric jazz harmony that's like really trippy and psychedelic, and it's like, you know, it's philosophy, you know, and all that. And I liked the intellectual exercise of that, but really, truly, I just had to unlearn most things that I learned from music college, because their value system in music college is has to be quantifiable. It has to be like, can you play these notes? Can you do da 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 da? Which I understand in terms of like you have to have a curriculum, but in terms of making music that's moving, a lot of times that's like antithetical to it. So actually the best thing that I ever did was like unlearn Berkeley baggage over the course of 6 records. Slow process. What's up?
Super nerdy music question.
What?
So I know you talked about your keyboard player at one point
Yes.
taking over MIDI programming of your pedalboard.
Yes.
But then you also had your pedalboard in front of you.
Yes.
And now it's not in front of you.
No.
Is it scary being without control of that?
Not even a little bit. Because I wouldn't have control of it anyway.
It was just there?
If it was there, because it's all program changes anyway. So it's not, the only thing that I was controlling with my pedalboard was a super shifter, like going up or down on the octave, like, you know, you know, like,
I don't
like Deliverance, that sound. But that was the only thing I was really using it for, and tuning. But Victor, my guitar tech, is like mad scientist genius, and he's the best. And I was thinking about it just yesterday. I was like, if I ever crossed Victor, like Victor is the linchpin. Victor is the one who stands between me and calamity on an every day. I love you, Victor. But yeah, so I don't miss it. I really like a clean stage. I played this event not that long ago where it was just like me and a piano player, and there was an opening act. So I got up to sound check, and there was just like a snake pit of cables, and like I almost had a panic attack. I just couldn't deal with like chaos, that kind of like chaos on stage. So I don't miss it at all. Yeah.
Pedalboards are annoying too.
Well, you know, liberation, facing your fears, and having Victor, my prince.
Pedalboards are such a pain to put together too. Jesus.
Pedalboards, yeah. And this situation that we have going on here is mondo complicated.
Oh God.
It's really, really, really complicated. It's fun. It's great.
I mean, it's worth it
very
in the
versatile,
end, but my
it's
God.
like really a thing. It's like
Yeah.
a whole thing. It's like a lot of pelican cases. So, what's up?
My husband and I are fans of you. We were so lucky to find you on South by Night when you did NPR at Press.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh my goodness, we just fell in love with you that night.
Thank you. That was fun.
Yeah, I think that was 2013 or 2014.
I think it was it would have been March because it was South by 2014. Yeah.
And we've just been following you ever since and love all of your talented music and everything.
Thank you.
I had a question for you. What are you watching currently on Netflix?
What am I watching on Netflix? Okay. The last thing I watched, and it's not something I'm like super proud of that I'm just like, yeah, everybody should watch this show. It's fine. It's a show called Dope. And you've seen it, but here's the situation about that show. The soundtrack is like, makes the tone of the show so messed up. Like, it's like, you know, it's a lot of it's about the, you know, war on drugs or whatever, and drugs in America and the opiate crisis that's going on. And it's like, it's a terrible, sad situation for everyone on every side of it. But it'll be like, you know, cops going to like go help or like an EMT going to help someone who's overdosed on fentanyl. It'll be like, fucking roll, it's just like, what the fuck? It's just like horrible butt rock. And I almost had to stop watching the show because it was just like, you are sending such a mixed message. It's horrible. It's the only time, truly, like the only time that I've watched a show and been so distracted by the soundtrack that I was like, you are making this morally like wrong by putting this like butt rock in it. So don't watch it, or do. Okay, what's your other question? Wait, what's the best thing and worst thing about what? What's the best thing and worst thing about Kristen Stewart? She's lovely. She's a lovely girl. She's very smart and very intense. Yeah.
And you're jealous of that?
What?
And you're jealous about that? That's the bad part?
Am I jealous about it? No. No, she's lovely. She's a lovely girl. Truly. What's up?
Could you give like your take, a bit more in-depth breakdown of how you would define butt rock?
Butt rock. Okay. Okay. So, okay. You know how Mike McCready from Pearl Jam will think of the riff from Even Flow or something, but think of it like a facsimile of a facsimile of a facsimile of a facsimile of that riff, with a guy who was that Scott Stapp from Creed's really got something going on, like that, and then somebody who is obsessed with Rage Against the Machine, but has no idea how to make drums sound good. That's what it is. It was terrible. It was so offensive. What's up?
When you did the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction for Nirvana, it was awesome.
Oh, thanks.
And I was just wondering how many times you guys rehearsed before you got ready to do that.
How many times did we rehearse the Lithium performance with with Chris and Dave? I want to say 3 maybe. 3 times on. I want to say it was 3 times on the stage, during sound check, because I was on tour in the middle of it, and then I got the call to do it, and I was like, yeah, obviously I'm gonna do that. But I think I had a show, so I missed everybody was properly rehearsing, and I think I missed that, so I just came in at sound check at the at Barclays and did it. And as I recall, I started it a little slow when we played it through that version, and Dave was like, yeah, let's try it a little faster. I was like, yeah, totally. That's a good idea. Good idea, Dave Grohl. I'm with you. But yeah, I think that was it. That dress was Celine. I do love Celine. Thank you very much. They were not. Celine is very. Celine a lot of times is what a modern dapper Amelia Earhart would wear. Usually it's very if you like Charlie Chaplin, but you also have a vagina, it's kind of that vibe. But that they had. So there was another piece that went with it, and kind of clumpy shoes. And I think they got mad at me that I only wore the mini dress part of it. I was supposed to wear the whole look. I was like, I'm not gonna wear the whole look. It's insane. Thank you. Well, tell that to them. Tell that to their rep. No, I'm just kidding. What's up?
Going back down memory lane a little bit, how was it what was the experience working with David Byrne and Love Is Giant?
David Byrne, he's the best. He's the best. I mean, he's David Byrne. He's really funny. I've never heard him say an unkind word about anybody. And I think he took a little bit of a liking to me because I never asked him about the Talking Heads. But every once in a while he would say something about, well, I was in another band, and I was like, huh? I was like, ears perk up, But he's the best. He's a genius. I mean, he's a genius. That's it. And he can do everything. And all the mediums. And he's got a new tour that's coming out really soon. And yeah. And I've heard it's going to be incredible. From inside sources. I've heard it's going to be incredible. So go see it.
Would you work with him again?
Show really fun.
Say what?
Color guard show really
Oh yeah. Color guard was fun. Okay, so did you guys, a lot of you are from Texas. Okay, so color guard was a thing at my high school. Was it a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys know what it is. Okay, but I don't think, but it was a sub-genre of band. Yeah, because you had, I don't know where it was like it was with you guys, but we had like, it was tribal, like all human nature, unfortunately. It's like theater kids, some of whom are in band, but band is like its own culture. Everyone lost their virginity before everyone else in band. I don't know how that happened. And then there was color guard, and color guard is like essentially like competitive dance, kind of. Sport dance, and their ability to like throw these crazy rifles and catch them. They tried to teach me how to do the flag, and I was useless. But it was really fun to work with. I mean, it's a really intense like sub-genre of not just people, but sport art, you know? It was great. It was really great.
I was going to ask you, so what are some of your audience pet peeves? But if that's too negative, what characteristics make a good show?
Audience pet peeves? You mean like people in the audience, like while the performance is happening?
Yeah, like us.
Oh, I don't think I have any. Oh. Because even if people are like yelling, that's great. Like even if they're yelling something like horrifying, it's just but it just registers as excitement. What has happened recently that is not, it's not in any way annoying, it's just sort of noteworthy. Someone threw their underwear on stage.
Well. Bit unsanitary.
I wouldn't recommend that. Like, it was a very sweet gesture. But people could trip, you know? I don't have any audience pet peeves, I'll be honest. Do you have an audience pet peeve?
No, I'm in the audience, so I just want to make sure I'm not.
No, you're perfect. You're doing great.
Okay.
I bet you're a tall man.
Yeah.
And so I feel like some people are like, oh, the tall guy stood in front. I mean, but that's an inner audience thing, and you guys just have to figure that out yourselves. Yeah, you'll work it out. You'll work that out. No, I don't really. Again, like someone threw underwear, and then a couple times I've been like flashed, like someone's been on someone's shoulders, like it's Woodstock '94, and like flashed me. But I was just like, I'm like, oh yeah, cool, I have those too. Like what? I didn't know what to do about that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's the action is, it's an intent to shock / seduce, whatever. The intention is
attention grabbing.
Muddled. Like it's a lot of things. And so I don't know what to do about it, like to validate someone and be like, good job, or like, good, nice that you have a body. We all have one, it's great. You know what I mean? So it's like, you don't know quite what to do about that. So you just kind of ignore it. And then they eventually just sort of shirk down in shame, which is for the best. What's up?
Where are you now in terms of how you measure your success? I mean, going from playing songs as a young person to being who you are and what you present to everybody else.
Well, where am I in terms of where I measure success? Not cold hard cash. No, it's been interesting because I've gone. It's been a ride. You know what I mean? It's been like. I've been really lucky that things get a little bit bigger every time, or in some cases like slightly bigger than a little bigger, and. I'm glad that I had the chance to grow because I'm I'm better at my job now. I think if I had been very successful a lot of years earlier, I don't know, like I don't think I would have been very good. You know, I just like would have choked a lot or been, you know? But, so I'm glad for it. Also, again, like the level of success is like sometimes a free drink at a bar. You know what I mean? Like it's you know what? I'm sure you got a little. Come on, little app platter, nothing, a little bit. But it's not crazy. Like I have really sweet fans, and I feel like there's a very nice like mutual respect rapport. So I don't feel it so much. Also, all my friends are the same, and it's not like anything like super drastic changed. Or I'm a lobster being brought to a slow boil, and I'm just gonna implode one of these days and turn into a raging maniac. Right? That's good. I mean, that either way, hopefully it'll be interesting to watch. So, you back there, did you have a I'm sorry, I thought I saw your hand. Oh, my very earliest gigs. Oh, that's a good one. I mean, some of my very earliest gigs were, of course, like talent shows at junior high. I played bass in an AC/DC cover band. So we played Back in Black in 8th grade. I think everyone was wearing khakis. Pleated. Yeah, and then I think probably opening for Bonfire Madigan in Denton, Texas in about 2001. Yeah, it was. Oh my God, were you there? Oh my God! What's your, and my favorite memory of that particular show, which I hyped up so immensely, like I thought that playing at a maybe 20 capacity bar in Denton was gonna just be the rocket to stardom that I needed. My favorite thing was that my dad and stepmom had gone on a luxurious trip to Italy, and they had brought us back some clothes, and they brought me back a pair of camel-colored leather pants. And it was in that period of time when it was like, what's a high waist? The lower the better. How are you gonna show your little whale tail thong if your pants are too high? So, so I thought it was very cool, and I played in these pants, and then my mother videotaped it, which is very sweet of her, and I remember watching back the tape only to see, to my horror, that those pants gave me the worst camel toe on the planet. It's weird that that wasn't the rocket to stardom that I was hoping for. Weird.
So you said you were grateful that you didn't necessarily, go from
yeah, I'm really glad I was
yeah.
not very successful until
Exactly.
now.
That's
Glad about it.
But now, do you still struggle to, are there sounds or essences or lyrics that you just still can't get in there, kind of a future where you want to?
Totally. Like, you're a musician or an artist?
Struggling might be an okay word to use.
You are one, no matter what. But how did it? Yes. Here's the thing. Usually the joy is in like making the thing, and then once you're done making the thing, you're like, okay, I did it. So you're just on to another thing. So, so the answer is yes. Of course, there are other things like oh, didn't quite capture this, or I really want to go for that. And it just is a funny cycle because if you tour the thing that you did, but you're also like your brain is in like light years away too on creating the next thing. So it's this weird like past, present, future kind of collision. But I guess the point is that I learned now is I just carve out time to make the thing instead of just like being a road dog who is on the verge of a nervous breakdown, you know? You know? Not nervous breakdown, but it was out of my mind. What's up?
Whose VIP enhanced experience would you most want to attend?
Who's VIP enhanced?
Oh, there you go.
Probably Fergie if she would sing the national anthem. I'm just saying, like, I just feel like, okay, the national anthem is a notoriously hard song to sing. No one should do it, but I think if we were honest with ourselves and honest with the world, we'd be like, I prefer a terrible national anthem to a great one. I want to hear, and I'm not saying Fergie's was terrible. I love it. No, it wasn't. It wasn't like I listened to it without watching her, and it was like, she's perfectly in tune for the most part. The funny part was just the, like, happy birthday, Mr. President kind of take on the national anthem. Like, that was the funny part. And then the, like, Howard Dean, like, let's play some basketball, like that kind of moment. Like, it was so wonderful. I thought it was wonderful, but, like, that has brought millions of people joy. You know what doesn't bring millions of people joy? Someone nailing the fucking national anthem. Who cares? Great. Civic pride is like singing the cracks, not the exalted propaganda. Give me a terrible version any day. I hope someday to bring you a terrible version.
Yes.
It would be my greatest gift to the world. I did sing the national anthem. My palms were sweaty. I was more nervous to sing the national anthem at a rec softball game in Marfa, Texas for like 100 people. I was more nervous to sing that than I will be to do this show tonight. It is so scary. Absolutely, and it's a cappella in a crazy, and if you start off wrong, and there's a lot of words. I mean, our own president doesn't know the words to it.
There's a lot he doesn't know.
If he doesn't know it.
For sure.
Did you play in the softball game?
Did I play?
In Marfa, softball?
No, I did not play in the softball game. I hung out with the cheerleaders who were smoking. I wasn't smoking. I've never smoked, except probably the last time I smoked a cigarette was in like 8th grade, and I think it was a clove. Shout out. Or menthol. I think it was a menthol at a Luscious Jackson concert. The softball, no, I will tell you why I did not play softball. Because in high school, we did athletics, and I did athletics with this very sweet girl named Lindsay, and she was very tall and kind of built like a little beanpole. And we decided that we were tired of off season, and that we were like, fuck it, let's just go try out for softball because we want to play a sport and not just be like hanging around, bumming around. So we go, and it was staffed. We were sophomores. It was staffed with like, you know, the like bad bitches in high school, or just like shit, like they can drink you under the table, like they're not above a girl-on-girl fist fight. They're just like, and that was like the pitcher. So Lindsay gets up to bat, you know, to try out for the team, and this pitcher throws the ball and just eviscerates her. She just like gets hit right on the bone of the shin and is just like ruined. She's just completely ruined. And it was like, I had the bat in hand, like kind of ready, like warming up for my thing. I was just like, nope, and no thanks. I'll take my chances like at the warehouses with Natty Light. I don't need to be doing this. Hey, Jack. Jack, I need something. Sorry, that's my little brother. He's my personal assistant.
Aww.
Jackie? Jack? He's a joy. I love him. I'm very proud of him. I've watched him blossom into a beautiful man. I feel like I could have chosen, like, there was a better choice of words for that. He's really blossomed before my very eyes. You know, he's turned into quite a man. Sorry. Enough of the incest jokes.
Game of Thrones also.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Cousin, boyfriend, whatever.
Are you into Game of Thrones at all?
I watched one episode of Game of Thrones and I thought it was great, but then I was like, there's so many seasons and I can't, like if I can't, there's no way.
Well, there's a lot of incest in Game of Thrones.
Oh, is there?
So you said that, it's fine.
Oh, good.
Incest and dragons, that's pretty much it.
Good. Should be a time when we share those stories. No, I'm sorry. No, I haven't gotten into Game of Thrones.
It's okay. If I would recommend anything,
Yeah, what should I watch?
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, I've heard that this is wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they have guest judges on there. I think you'd
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
But you should get into it.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. You're not the first person who said RuPaul's Drag Race is wonderful.
I mean, they're like 10 seasons in.
Has anyone seen the new Queer Eye on Netflix? Isn't the first episode so heartwarming? Little guy, Tom. It was really sweet. I know. Yes. And there were Barca Loungers for two. That's, romance isn't dead. Just a twin Barca Lounger. But no, it was very sweet. The only thing I objected to was like, I forget his name, but the guy who was in charge of fashion, like he shouldn't have told him to roll up his sleeves. That was a touch much. He couldn't pull that off. You know. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, he called it a redneck margarita.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Really intense. I've never had that. Have you guys had a Mountain Dew and tequila?
Don't intend to.
Exactly. This one, I want to party with you. Get it. Yeah, it'll go down easy. We were talking about Four Loko earlier today. Has anyone had
Jesus.
Four Loko? I've never had it. I want to know everything about it. They had to change the recipe, right? Yeah. Is it disgusting? Well, because it's energy and it's alcohol. I mean, like on paper, that's a wonderful combo. A wonderful combo. That's like, oh, dream life right there. But yeah, no, I've never had that. I did, right when Red Bull like kind of came out, there was, Tab had its own energy drink called Tab Energy, I want to say. Did anybody try this? I don't know what happened, but I drank some of it. I was making my first record. I drank some of it, and it made me a bully. It made me like a super like aggro like bully. So let that be a lesson.
I'm getting worried about you.
Jackie? He got a denim jacket. Aww. So cute. Walking around. His little jacket. Oh, jeans. Yes. He went rogue, though. He bought a jacket all by himself. Yeah, with his own money. His own tiny bit of money that I can. Teeny tiny bit. No, he's wonderful. But yes, I do. Got him a little suit, a little choke too. He looks adorable. Little Jackie Blue Eyes. Yeah. What's up?
What's your favorite place to shop or cities to shop?
What's my favorite place to shop? I think the last time I went into a store was there's a place called Opening Ceremony in LA, and sometimes the clothes are really cool, and very exciting. Like this is a Japanese designer who I like. It's Toga. It's rad, Japanese designer. But then sometimes opening ceremony will do clothes that are like for people with 3 arms. Like it's so esoteric that you're like, I guess it's a burlap sack, and I guess it's $1,000, and I guess I look cool. Like it's it's real hit or miss for me personally. There are people who can definitely pull it off, but what about you?
Paris is good.
Oh, Paris is good shopping. It's very good.
Yeah, I don't like to shop, but Paris, I spent some money.
You did? I don't like to shop either.
Yeah, until it's fun.
Yeah.
When it's fun, then you go crazy.
You know what I like to shop for? A candle.
Yeah.
Give me a scented candle. So sad. I'm in bed by 11:30. I love to go candle shopping. Just Yankee Candle at the mall. Just give me a kiosk.
A Tinder profile writes itself.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Oh, God. Well, I hope that I've thoroughly depressed you all. Thank you so much for coming. I gotta go get in a bunny suit, so I'm gonna leave you to it. But thank you so much for coming, and I hope that you enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.